What's up, guys?
What's up, Piper Doggy? Suckle girl. Yeah, suckle girl.
Well, it's just me and old Piper Dog in the garage tonight.
Yes, you are. Yeah, you're on TV.
As you can see, cleaned out the garage a little bit. Kid's still working on the fake boss. Well, it's his boss. Factory paint, nice old car. And he's saved it since he was 6 years old. Most kids won't do that. It's hard to resist the temptation to work on it when he's not here, but at the moment, little pinky's healed up okay. I just a little tender. But no pad on the fingertip makes it hard to twist things and do things, right-handed, so kind of indisposed. And that was a freak accident. Not something I ever want to repeat. But for a little advice, the clamps on the battery charger, they're pretty tough. Way tougher than a fingertip. And I'll leave it at that. The old 57 is what I really started this whole channel thing over. Thanks to some inspiration from Derek of Vice Grip Garage. And I even watched him tonight where he did the boat tail. And I missed the deal on one of those here a while back. Actually, there's a car I grew up with. It was super nice when I was a teenager. A little girl named Dawn DeDull used to drive it around. Kept it in her dad's basement. It was super clean. 30 years later, another one of my buddies ends up with it. Don doesn't married into his family. And I went to go look at it. The show car that Dad had in the basement was not the car that was left at Papa Smurf's. But I wasn't able to get a deal hammered out and get my money right and get that car in time. But still, someday I'll probably have me a boat tail. I think it's kind of cool. But Derek did an awesome job. He made it home. We got to do some video stuff like that. We really, really do. I got to get a computer for doing some, what do you call it? The voodoo, making better videos. Just simply not at the time, energy, or the knowledge, shall we say. Still kind of going this 100% alone. I don't have a Matt the camera guy like they do at the RUC. God knows I'm not Rabbit. I'm a nobody, never will be anything but just an old gearhead who likes cars and sold a bunch of them through the years. It's just what I like to do. The old 57 though, she's accessible now, and plans are when the finger heals, I'll jerk the top end apart and gonna send the heads off and get them done. Even if I got it to crank, I was going to need to change the down springs, because after sitting for 40 years and big ass high left cam, don't really want to hurt the old 302 that's in it. I really didn't want to hurt it. I wanted to leave it, as super stock as she was. Still trying to stay honored to that. From what I understand, they did pull a big roller out of the car and put a dun top in it, I think advanced. I'll duplicate whatever they've done and put it back the way that it was when I was a kid, except for some updated modern day springs. I think the head should be okay. It's just got one valve that's stuck, but I want to go through everything just to be safe. I still don't want to change any appearance any. I want to leave it crusty and dusty and nasty. I guess that's what makes it unique compared to the other 250 billion out there. And she's not factory, but she's factory to me. Been a long time coming. But I got a little trouble with the HOA, so I had to move a whole bunch of car stuff around out of here. And as they turned it in my junkyard, I did leave a 28 Nash coupe and then Maybelline two-door gasser with a big block and a blower. They're up in the driveway now at the end of the road, so everybody can see. But they can't complain about those. Hopefully the coupe will go to a new owner here sooner or later, because it's original and that's not really my thing. Surely I'm going to find some little hot rod guy who's got some kind of project that he'd rather have a nice original old car or a parade car. Or someone who wants to save something. I'm not a saving kind of guy. I like to revive them and roll them on. The YouTube thing's kind of neat. Got to we're like 200, I think it's 240 subscribers now. I didn't think 20 people would watch what I had to say or do or this stuff, but I've chosen to where now when I watch TV, it's YouTube. And it's the stuff that fascinates me or is like me or the stuff that I aspire to, you know. God, I want to get into exotics. My grandfather was into sports car racing and SCCA thing. And went to High Point and got some barbecue today right above his little Texaco service station that he had. And, you know, just, it I don't know, kind of invigorates some kind of memories or the thoughts or the hopes of having something like that. Even wifey's giving me permission to have another race car, so she took the Challenger and made her first straight drive passes in her hot rod. And even yesterday, she bragged she turned the traction control off and did her first on her own burnout. Proud of her. Mopar, no car, but hey, she's a gearhead. And like Molly off Motorsports Molly from Street Car Garage or Street Race Channel, likes changing gears. That I liked. It was cool when we went to go get a car, and we're looking for a SRT go-color car. And I'm asking about stick cars, and all the dealers will go to talk to me. And I'm like, no, you got to talk to my wife. And they say, well, you're looking for a straight drive. I say, well, you ain't rode my wife. I've always been a gear guy, though. But next new one, hopefully, will be a kitty. I did want automatic because they are a little faster and a little easier on the powertrain. And, well, you know, I want to go faster and it won't remain stock at all. Her car, though, since it's a numbered car, well, I guess we're going to leave it original. Well, I mean, she does have a new set of mag wheels, and then we'll put her exhaust on it, but we're keeping the stock wheels and the stock exhaust and putting them up in attic. Save them for her, a lifetime car. The Hell Kitty, you can come and go, but number 995 of 1100, the first 6 fours, is hers forever. No sponsorships. And me being, you know, retired, not a lot of income for this stuff. Had to work in the yard, spend money there. Home ownership is never anything, and especially since I started to remodel this place and quit. Even bought that car in the middle of remodeling. But made a promise to my wife and to myself that I wouldn't do anything until the house was done. Well, the house is not done, but the car's not done either. But the only thing left is my floor, which translates into the cat's playroom and man cave and the garage. It's been an interesting week. One of my mentors passed away, Paul Spaugh. Cigar chewing older gentleman, bled Ford blue. I think one of my greatest accomplishments ever was trading my Camaro for a setup drag car, 67 Mustang. Paul was a good guy. He taught me about holding a couple numbers, running the stripe. Tried to make me an honest drag racer from the time I was a teenager. You know, he was just one of those old guys, one of several that was involved up here at Farmington and part of my life and every weekend for years, as well as being a neighbor. He actually lived in the back of the development that I grew up in. Become great friends with his kids and his grandkids. It's just odd to keep losing these old guys that I lived up to. Like with the Nash Coupe, while I understand a push button starter on the floor, there's a, you know, like the ignition advancer on the steering column, some other weird crap that I don't really understand about some of this older stuff. Especially that one particular car, and well, I'm running out of guys to ask for advice. You know, hard to think that I'm one of the old guys, but Lord, you know, I'm way older than most of the guys doing these YouTube videos. I got gasoline in my oil, in my veins, because of that thing, and the smell of Mirror Glaze number 7. And Kenny was OCD. Cars had to be clean. I mean clean. When he did something, it was right. Looked better than new. And I guess he started teaching me that when I was a kid. And I loved rubbing on that car. I guess that's why it's so odd for people to understand why I don't want to paint it. I guess it's the memories. Because what's sitting there is what's left of the car of my childhood. You know, if I restore it, then Paul's paint job's gone. The paint job I rubbed on as a kid's gone. And it'll just be like everybody else's car. Doesn't eat a thing, doesn't hurt a thing. Pretty bad about buying this stuff, rubbing this stuff, and just letting it sit around. This one particular case, I gotta hear it run. I do. I miss that sound. I can't wait for the rest of the world to hear it too. Just a weird year. Weather, COVID, election, business, being married and together almost 20 years. It's been an interesting year. It's been strange. Not at all what I expected. Even taking time to do this. While it's odd and not something I thought I'd ever do. Maybe just documenting some stuff that, you know, my kid will see later and remember his old pop. Or some of my gearhead buddies can laugh at some of the crap that I've been through. And tell you some great stories. I've got some good ones. Keep thinking about, you know, old buddies and car stories and stuff that don't have to worry about statute of limitations. Not that I would ever been involved in anything scandalous. Well, when the state trooper calls you by name, not your given name, you're pretty well known. But usually it's a good thing. At least I'm old enough that all the craziness and trouble is behind me. I'm just a little eclectic and a little odd. But thanks, guys, for taking the time to, I don't know, watch along with what I'm doing. It's kind of neat. Put stickers on the truck. People start to ask. It's kind of neat. I'm Dale. Dale with a ponytail. Dale like a computer. Not Dale. My name's Dale. It's a little different. And I'm from right here in the heart of Dale Earnhardt. Richard Childress, a family friend. Know the whole family. I'm just not a NASCAR guy. I never was. I work for Chevrolet and being friends with the first family of racing. Got to experience about every side of NASCAR that there is. It's just never was my thing. I mean, I couldn't participate. You know, I had to watch. And I'm not a watcher. That's why I like drag racing or sliding around a parking lot. You know, or slinging a motorcycle around a curve. You know, I wanted to participate. I didn't want to just sit back and watch. But I don't film any of the crap I do. It's kind of boring. Nobody wants to watch paint dry or sanding. It's super boring. Plus, I don't know how to do the little speed up video thing. I'm not even sure how to edit in voiceovers and all that crap. I'm gonna have to try to get some help from some of these guys. Larry Helms is doing some pretty good stuff. And he's a neat dude. I worked on his little 47 Mall for him here a while back. Trying to do him a little favor. Because it's just a good story. I mean, it's not always about the money. It's trying to help the car, I guess, in some cases, and then help out quality individuals who are in this sport or this hobby or whatever you want to term it. It's always been that way. Always been good people. That's why when my neighbor passed away, it just kind of tugs at your heartstrings and changes things. You know, after a year losing one of the best helpers of all time and a kid that I saw a lot of potential in. Super good individual, little Evan. He was killed Christmas this year. Didn't need to happen. It's just senseless. I don't know. Now this old car stuff still leaves room for family and for God in our lives and having a little direction. Trying to do the right thing, even if it's in a bad situation. I was always the good guy in a bad place, or tried to be. Want to make everybody laugh, everybody happy, and everybody have a good time. Never want to do anybody wrong. It's kind of the same way that I guess everybody should do. up with old cars, especially hot rods, you seem to meet some really good people. I can say the same thing for horse business in my lifetime. But you just never know how you affect someone's life. You really don't. I just want to say thanks for the people who have taken the time to say something and kind of cheerlead me along and promote some of this stuff and help it grow. I just can't say enough, like for Bill and them at SRC, or Derek, or even old Garrett with Cletus Barton. I don't know. You guys are just inspiring. Whether it's simple little stuff to just craziness, you know. I kind of wish in some ways that some of those VHS tapes from the 80s would surface from some crap we did. So you would find this content was being done a long time ago by some of those old timers. I just didn't realize that many of them here was important or anybody else cared. I'm trying to do a little bit more. I'll be filming whatever we do with the 57 and trying to keep everything updated with that. Hopefully we'll be doing a little stuff with Maybelline here shortly. They got the dually running, so and I went and bought me a new car trailer, a little tilt trailer. Well, new to me. I'm too tight to buy anything new. Just not that guy. Just from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thanks. I wanted to say thank you to all the guys who helped get me here in life and taught me the things that I use today. Paul Spaugh was an example. Gonna miss you, buddy. Just wanted the world to hear your name. Thanks. And Delia, or Delia brother, the other Dale. They're doing it for Dale, but the other Dale, you know, Dale in a ponytail. Thanks. Be kind to your neighbor. And be kind to the kid with the loud pipes or the loud tires. He might turn out to be a pretty good guy after all, no matter what. Peace.